And people all over the world will have every right to come and live there.
I acquired 250 plots of land. My of acquiring this land is to build Igbo village in Ghana. I
when I Ghana, I work with the Igbo speaking school, and I got every Saturday from 10 to 12.
This video is to expose the grand plan put together by Igbos in Ghana as far back as 2013.
Very soon, the Igbo na cry can they Ghana no. Very soon, if I cover all Accra kind na Ghana street in the Igbo, like around slow people like
13. Fortunately, this was revealed in a viral video which allegedly was broadcasted in 2013 by Crystal TV.
I acquired 250 plots of land. My of acquiring this land is to build Igbo village in Ghana. I call it Amandi Igbo in Ghana. If you look around the world, apart from in Virginia, they have Igbo village in Virginia. They created it by putting the antiques, the antiquities of Igbo there. You can come there, kind of archive of Igbo. But I'm creating Igbo village, which has never happened in the history of the world among the Igbos in the world. As I'm talking to you, I've acquired 50 acres of land, that is 250 plots of land along the Flower Road, that is at Old Ningo area. Along that road, it's right on the road. I acquired 250 plots of land. My reason of acquiring this land is to build Igbo village in Ghana. I call it Amandi Igbo in Ghana. We'll build a village where we're gonna build the palace of Igbo there, a huge palace. We'll build Igbo town hall there with about 2,000 capacity chairs and 100 rooms guest house. The essence of this guest house is most of the times our governors and our Igbo great leaders do come to Ghana. They always go with their entourage. If they come to Ghana, their entourage will see where they will lodge for free of charge, maybe for a day or two. Most of their visits, it doesn't take more than 48 hours or 24 hours. They stay there free of charge, and they know that yes, this is what they have benefited from the Igbos living in Ghana. Again, our people that have accommodation problem and all that will come get there at least for 2 or 3 days before they can get a out of the country, or those that come into the country in one way or the other will have accommodation of 100 rooms guest house. We will also, in the palace of the Igbo, we also have apartment there for special guests like governors and ministers, and in future I know that we the Igbos will provide president in Nigeria, and I know that the president that will rule Nigeria at time to come must be an Igbo man, and one day by the special grace of God he also going to be part of those that are going to lodge at the guest house there in Igbo village. In that Igbo village, my good brother, what I want to do there is we'll create streets there. We'll create streets that will represent the names of the ancient Igbos. We'll create the streets that will bear the name of Sambakwe Street. That's the ex-governor of Imo State. We'll create a street that will bear the name of Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, the first president of Nigeria. We'll create a street that will bear the name of Nzogo. We'll create a street that will bear, of course, the name of my father also, Zemaladi Henetu. And all the great Igbo leaders that they have gone, and those are present, will create streets in their name that will represent them in Igbo village in Ghana. And this Igbo village in Ghana, every Igbo man all over the world have right to come there and buy property. Either you want a plot of land or 2 plots of land to build your dream house. We're also going to build tall buildings of maybe 6th floor or 7th floor. We'll sell them flat by flat, and we will have a single entrance in this Igbo village.
And this is what has gingered Ghanaians to rise and question the Igbo kingdom in Ghana. In fact, when the video came out, a lot of people have responded. And the PRO, the public relations officer of the Igbos in Ghana, have put out a press release. Now, in that press release, they seek to put out that everything said in the video is not true. It did not materialize. In fact, they couldn't buy the land because of land issues, and that they abandoned the plans way back in 2013. But actually, in another video which was granted in 2018, don't forget this interview was 2013, as captured by the PRO of the Igbos in Ghana. In 2018, during the Yam Festival in Ghana, Dr. Chukwude Ihinato revealed that plans are far ahead and they have gone a step further of establishing the Igbo village. And I'm going to prove to you in what he said In the video, he said in 2018. So if the plan didn't materialize in 2013, how come in 2018 he's saying all of these things?
His Majesty, Eze Dr. Ambassador Chukwudi Judy Henetu, Eze ndị Igbo, the first in Ghana, Eze Hazurume. Nike Chineke, ihe 5 years ndị Igbo, bi na Ghana chirim Eze ndị Igbo ha. Enwekwe ndị eze udo ndị nọ under me no different local governments. Na-eso na-achịkọta ndị Igbo ha. Ndekwa na Ghana enwere over 2 million Igbos. Ghana, I am Mofma, I am into trading in Ghana. I work with other people, not entrepreneurs, not quite also other Nigerians, so one day, but not into banking and different other areas of business life. And I were over 200-something thousand Nigerian students in Ghana, and 60% to Igbo. And 100% Nigerians in Ghana, 60% to Igbo. So Igbos in Ghana are doing very well. I am with Igbo village. I need to develop right now in Ghana, where we're gonna have a center for the Igbos in Ghana and Igbo all over the world with every right to come and live there. I don't want to Ghana. I am with the Igbo speaking school, and I got every Saturday from 10 to 12. I'm with about 720 students so far. Now I'm at the Igbo school in Ghana. So Igbo school, Igbo village, Igbo ndi Igbo bin Ghana on the Jamaica in Homa. Ezo bottom back on Igbo Ikeja. So Nande se pusiri ki hona obi Igbo na Ghana we hezirezi.
So in the first part of the interview, Dr. Chukwudi Hinatu is saying that they have welcomed 7,000 Nigerians into Ghana, out of which 60% are Igbos, and that there are already over 200,000 Igbo students or Nigerian students currently in Ghana. So he also revealed that there are currently over 200,000 Nigerians studying in Ghana, out of which 60% are Igbos, and that he also estimates over 2 million Nigerians in Ghana. So Dr. Chukwudi Hinatu revealed in this interview that currently there are over 200,000 Nigerians in Ghana, with around 60% being Igbos, and that he also estimates over 2 million Igbos into Ghana. This interview was in 2018. So if now we are in 2025, so you can imagine the number of Igbos now in Ghana. But that is not a problem. Now he goes further to state that the Igbo village has already started. Now, currently, they have an Igbo school in Ghana with over 720,000 Igbos studying every Saturday. They are studying the Igbo language every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. every Saturday. So, this was an interview he granted Sorum TV, a Nigerian TV channel on YouTube. You can search for it and you can find it. The interview is there when he celebrated his Yam Festival in 2018. And it's not as if anybody has a problem with Igbos living in Ghana. In fact, Ghanaians are the most peaceful people on the world. They coexist with everybody. When you go to the Ashanti region, we have different tribes living peacefully there. We have different people from different countries. So, Ghanaians don't discriminate. We live together, we marry ourselves, other tribes, we are very cordial. In fact, Ghana is the only country that you can find a mosque just opposite a church, and there is no problem. Everybody worship, and there's absolutely no problem, no confusion anywhere. Now, let me tell you, people who are creating all this noise, the brouhaha of Ghanaians are against Nigerian is not about Ghanaians. It's about the same Nigerians, the Yorubas and other tribes in Nigeria. Those are the people fighting the Igbos in Ghana.
Ritual money. After gaining their hearts, they now went and bought 50 acres of land. What next? To flood the terrorists. Before you know, Ghana will start experiencing what Nigeria is experiencing today. Before you know, Ghanaians cannot work in the night anymore. One sister said this thing just now. An Igbo guy go to Ghana, start videoing, making videos, claiming he is a content creator, start telling them that, oh, Ghana can work in the night, oh, Ghana can, white people can work in Ghana freely, oh. He's trying to attract terrorists to Ghana. Before you know, the whole Igbo will flood Ghana and start doing all sorts of nonsense. They say they are Biafras, but when you catch them, that we are Nigerians, sir.
Very soon, ndị Igbo na-akra aka ndị Ghana n'ọnụ ọgụ. Very soon, fire cover n'ọnụ ọgụ. Akra aka anyị nọ na Ghana street ndị Igbo, like a na-asịla onwe for Igbo like this. Igbo na-akọ nkakwa.
Is exactly what I have been trying to tell Ghanaians. In case you never heard what he said, I would interpret because I'm an Igbo man. He said that very soon in Ghana, the Igbos in Ghana would outnumber Ghanaians Because everywhere you go to, you can speak Igbo fluently and see someone that speaks Igbo with you. Now, the last thing he said is something that should frighten Ghanaians. He said, Igbos are conquering. Igbos are conquering. Now, the last statement gives you their true intent. It gives you their reason for coming to Ghana. You know that in Nigeria right now, Igbos are being subdued, right? Igbos are being subdued by the Northerners, the Fulanis, the Hausas, and the Yorubas. And there is a good reason for that. So, the Igbos now are seeking out for other places where they can go and begin to subdue. Do you understand? That is not just the reason for such. It's not because they are being victimized by the Fulanis, by the Hausas, or by the Yorubas, or by the Northerners or the Westerners. But because the Northerners and the Westerners actually got to experience the lifestyle of an Igbo man, so they were on guard.
So Ghanaians are not attacking Igbos. Anywhere you hear that, disregard that. And we're not going to start today. Ghanaians are far gone beyond that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more thought-provoking videos.